In the best worst news of 2026, Eric Swallwell's campaign and political life is pretty much over in regard to the whole California gubernatorial race. Now he's getting Me Too'd by several women, all anonymous, and I honestly think it's bogus. In fact, I think it's because the Democrats just wanted to make sure two Republicans were on top of the jungle primary ballot come November for this gubernatorial race. So I think it's a hit job, just like how Swalwell did a hit job against Kavanaugh, so it's deserved, but it's bad for Republicans. Now let's see why. Here's the secret reason why he got attacked. Now, the governor poll that I just pulled up from yesterday, Steve Hilton, who's a Fox News contributor from Britain actually, was leading the race. Swalwell was second place. So he would have been the leading Democrat with all these scandals in his closet. Then you had Chad Bianco, who's a sheriff from, I think, LA or something, and he was third place. And basically what would have happened is that you would have had probably two Republicans after this attack on Swalwell. But now, billionaire Tom Steyer might have been behind this, by the way. But basically might have funded this hit job against Mr. Swalwell. Now, let's get to what the polls are now. Tom Steyer's odds of winning all of a sudden jump up to 50%, so he's up 39%, and then Swalwell's goes down by almost 50% as well. Interesting. Now, this is the most prominent accuser. Of course, you can even see her. Very convenient. I get it. Okay, disturbing content. Oh my God, guard your ears. Hide your kids.
I shouldn't have reached out to him at all. I should have left. I should have done this. Well, Eric shouldn't have raped me.
This Capitol Hill staffer is coming forward for the first time on camera to talk about her experience with Congressman Eric Swallwell. He is now a leading Democratic candidate for governor of California.
Let's get together.
Now, keep this in mind. The accusations stem from, I think, 2019 and 2024. So she's been sitting on this for, 7, 8 years? Okay, 6 or 7. And now that he's leading for governor, conveniently also a billionaire in the race, wonder if she's getting any slush money or whatever you call it.
Make the biggest wave this state has ever seen.
Swalwell was in his late 30s and married when she joined his office as an intern and became a junior staffer. She's speaking in shadow as she fears professional consequences.
It was in 2019. I was, again, driving him to an event. This was my job.
And you were 21 years old.
And I was 21 years old. We see some sort of parking lot, and he says to pull over. He pulls out his penis and instructs me to give him oral sex.
Okay.
And I started to. Again, I felt incredibly uncomfortable, and I stopped, and I said to him, this feels really uncomfortable, and anyone could see us right now. And he said to me, you're right. It's probably not good for a congressman to be caught with his pants down.
Swalwell calls her allegations false.
Okay, now, that is skeevy, that's pervy, but then again, you actually, you kind of half-sucked him off, though. Like, what the fuck? Like, at least let him finish, number one. Number two, are you kidding me? I mean, if somebody did that to me, I'd be like, okay, and then if I'm like 5 minutes into it and then I stop, I'm not going to accuse the person because I voluntarily did that. Now, again, the other guy, Swalwell is a douche and whatever. Okay, fine, maybe he should be fired for that, of course. But come on, really? And you say, oh my God, he was in his 30s and she was 21. You're a full-grown adult, dude. She could have been 18. I don't care. What difference does it make?
His campaign responded earlier to vague accusations on social media related to his behavior with staffers.
Did you ever behave inappropriately with female staffers?
No, it's false. And also, some of the allegations I've seen, which is that we've had NDAs in the office, there's never been an allegation, and there's never been a settlement. And I will also just take stock that, look, we're 27 days before an election starts.
Did he ask?
Okay, so he looks like he has a stick up his ass, so that's not a good response. However, I will say, to his credit, that he did point out it's less than a month out from the primary election date this summer, basically. And so it's awfully convenient. Now, he's too much of a pussy to say, well, I think Tom Steyer's behind this. I think Gavin Newsom's behind this. And mind you, every single Democrat, Adam Schiff, all these campaign chairs, all disavowed him, by the way. And now he's getting, called out for dropping out of the race. Conveniently, Hakeem Jeffries, a person with that name should probably not be in politics. But anyway, the point being is that Hakeem Mohammed, he basically said that, you should drop out of the race. But his public statement did not include resign from Congress, which I assume if he's being accused of tape or grape, with a staffer in Congress, he should probably fucking resign. But because the Republicans are so close to losing the majority in the House, and that would cause a special election if he were to resign, then all of a sudden people, are like, oh, well, we got to keep the tie in the Congress. So, again, political opportunism by everybody involved, including the accusers.
Ask you to send him lewd photos?
Yes.
And did he ever send lewd photos?
Yes. He would send short Snapchat videos of him rubbing his penis through his pants while on the airplane.
He's 40.
The staffer says she liked Swalwell's attention at first and nervously went along with it, which included sending back nude photos of herself.
Oh, then how is this right? Dude, what? So we had this episode where like I was like a ditzy 21-year-old bimbo, and like he was a congressman, he was powerful, and like I did give it a good 5-minute college try in the car, and then I felt bad about it, and then I sent him nudes. Like no, no. If you send the guy nudes after he does something, then your accusations mean pretty much nothing. Now the guy is obviously a pervert still, but you're a fucking loser and you're an opportunist, and I hope you end up homeless, bitch. Suffer in the streets of LA.
But in September 2019, she says she and some friends met up with Swalwell. After a night of heavy drinking, she says she woke up naked with Swalwell in a hotel room with no memory of what happened.
Convenient.
5 of us were having some drinks. At some point, it was time to go home. I
Some drinks. You said you don't remember. So which one is it?
got in an Uber. I was taken to the Aloft Dublin Pleasanton where he was staying. And I don't remember what happened that night. But I know that there was sexual contact.
Did you use the kid afterwards? Is there semen?
Because when I woke up in the morning,
Pause.
I could feel that there was. And he said as much, too.
Okay, if you're accusing someone of, I don't want to use the word because of the algorithm and the TOS, but still, if you're accusing someone, why don't you go ahead and fucking check? Right?
What did he say?
That last night was great. It didn't feel great to me because I didn't remember it.
And so you...
Whose fault is that? You drank. Mind you, she's not accusing him of roofing her or otherwise getting her, drugged. Okay, so if you got blackout drunk, that's on you. And who's to say he wasn't plastered also? And by the way, you already sent him nudes anyhow. So you probably thought there was consent there. And there probably was at the time. And you could say, well, he's 20 years older. He should have known better. He was probably, 20% less blackout than she was. All fair suggestions. He was married. That's an affair. Again, fuck him. You should be homeless too. Maybe you should live together under a tent in Skid Row.
You blacked out and you end up in his hotel room and wake up with him.
Yes.
She says another incident occurred in 2024 after this event.
5 years after the fact. You can't accuse someone 5 years removed from each other. Are you kidding?
New York, where Swalwell gave a speech.
Some of us are working hard.
I was so far removed from what had happened in 2019. I felt safe.
Oh, okay. So from 2019 to 2024, you recovered enough from that assault and tape, right? That you felt safe around him. But 8 years removed, by the way, 2019 to 2026, so 7 years, sorry. Now you're, come on.
Because I was established, I had a partner, I felt more secure that
So you cheated
I
on
could
your
have a
partner.
strictly professional relationship with this person. After that bar closed, we went to another. I went to the bathroom and
Where are you going to a bar that has nothing to do with your job with the congressman that allegedly assaulted
I
you?
don't remember anything after that.
You don't remember anything.
I remember the next day, I can see flashes of that evening of him on top of me pushing him off, him grabbing me. It was a lot more aggressive. It was aggressive.
Did you say no?
Yes, I said no.
Didn't you just say you didn't remember?
In my flash that I can recall,
So you only recall parts of it, only the bad parts. Does it work that way? Again, I'm not sure,
was
but
pushing him off of me saying no.
And what did he do?
He didn't stop.
He didn't stop. And you woke up the next morning.
I woke up the next morning naked, alone in his hotel room. I, for a moment, didn't even know I was in his hotel room. That's how intoxicated I was.
well, don't they all look the same?
And I called my mom, the only person I could think that could help me.
Her mother confirmed her account in an interview with CNN. CNN also reviewed screenshots of texts she sent to a friend, saying she was, quote, sexually assaulted by Eric. She also shared this note from a physician's assistant, calling her a, quote, survivor, after she went to get tested for STDs 1 week later.
Does she get any? What, are they not going to include that? Convenient. I'm curious if he has the clap. Pause. Now, secondly, okay, that was 2 fucking years ago almost, okay? So why are you sitting on it until 4 weeks out from a primary election out of the biggest state in the union? What the hell's going on here? Okay, that's cockamamie, right? Now, third point. She's using her mom as a source of she can validate it as a witness. Of course, your mom's going to back you up. Any good mom would, right? So I don't care. Disregard it, pretty much. Whole cloth. Fourth point here. Again, 2 years removed. And then in addition to that, you're saying that you were blackout, but you remember it coincidentally, which is, I think, kind of bullshit. And then fifth point also, final point here. I forgot. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I picked up on this little point. She said that in 2024, she had a partner. And then, mind you, when she was single, apparently, in 2019, she had the same experience with Eric, but didn't call it assault, or rather didn't tell anyone about it. which, when women get assaulted, they usually tell people, like their friends and their mother. But anyway, 5 years after the fact, when she has a boyfriend or a husband, whatever, all of a sudden she accuses Eric, probably because the boyfriend or the husband was probably wondering whether or not, she came home that night and all that sort of thing. And so that's what women typically do sometimes, is that, when they're in a relationship, instead of saying, I cheated on you, husband, actually, this guy took advantage of me. Very fucking convenient. This happened to Pete Hegseth, by the way.
Why do you feel like it's so important to speak up now?
When I found out there were others who might have been impacted by Eric in different ways, I realized I couldn't be scared anymore, because that is how he keeps us quiet. The fear, the shame.
In addition to this former staffer, 3 other women who spoke with CNN also alleged sexual misconduct by Swalwell. One said he kissed her and touched her without her consent. 2 of the women said he sent them unsolicited explicit messages or nude images of himself, something the others say Swalwell did with them as well. One shared this message where he commented on her photo and wrote, quote, "That swimsuit," with an expletive. "You like it?" she responded. "Yes, very much like," he wrote. In a statement to CNN,
That's not harassment. She responds in kind. And again, I just hate this shit when it's like one girl accuses you and then it's like 5 other ones. And it's like, okay, yeah, these guys are perverts, be it Harvey Weinstein, Swalwell, Diddy. I get it. But like all these bitches come out of the woodworks and it's like, oh, shut the fuck up. Statute of limitation on the pussy. What's going on here? Okay, if you didn't accuse Eric when he did it, then shut the fuck up and don't like what? Jesus. This woman holds that 2019 accusation 7 years in a row and then waits until the opportune moment, and then all the bimbos come out trying to get their book deals, trying to get their Tom Steyer money. God knows where the fuck they're getting paid from. In perfect anonymity, apparently, by CNN, fake news CNN, to take down an awful person. So again, I'm happy for this, but I'm pissed because this will almost guarantee Tom Steyer will be the next governor of California. So I suggest if you live in the biggest state of the country, you should fucking move already. Because Gavin Newsom's already been ramming you with diameter for 8 years, and then you got Steyer for probably another 8. God damn.
Swalwell said, quote, "These allegations are false and come on the eve of an election against the frontrunner for governor. For nearly 20 years, I have served the public as a prosecutor and a congressman and have..."
Okay, so that's his defense, but he actually has a video for this. So let's go ahead and just see what this bimbo says at the end.
Who dreams of working in this field and believes in him and could fall into this trap.
And that's why you're speaking out.
Yeah.
You want to protect others like you when you were young.
No one protected me.
Nobody protected me when I voluntarily blew him, when I voluntarily went to his hotel room, what was it, twice, got blackout drunk with him at bars. Nobody protected me. I was only 26 years old. Suffer. God, what a bitch. And those tears are fake, and they're not even tears. They're like, oh, I'm really holding it a shit. Oh, Lord. All right, now the last part of the video will be hearing the 1-minute testimony from Mr. Swalwell, who's going to be unemployed soon.
A lot has been said about me today through anonymous allegations. I thought it was important that you see and hear from me directly. These allegations of sexual assault are flat false. They're absolutely false.
Based.
They did not happen. They have never happened.
Let's go, Eric.
I fight them with everything that I have.
Sexual patriot Eric Swallwell.
They also come on the eve of an election where I have been the frontrunner candidate for governor in California. I do not suggest to you in any way that I'm perfect or that I'm a saint.
Okay.
I have certainly made mistakes in judgment.
Okay, you're being a little bit not self-indulgent, but kind of like too vague. It's like saying, I know I've like had a few drinks, and it's like, bro, you have like 5 DUIs. What's going on?
Past.
You know, some of us have one,
but those mistakes are between me and my wife. And to her, I apologize deeply for putting her in this position. I also apologize to you if in any way you have doubted your support for me. But I think you know who I am. For over 20 years, I have served the public.
Okay, that means you've been unemployed.
As a city councilman, as a member of Congress, and as a prosecutor who went to court on behalf of victims.
And I've been getting free blowjobs all along the way, babes.
Particularly on behalf of sexual assault victims. That's who I am and have always been. This weekend, I'm going to spend time with my family and friends. And I appreciate those who have reached out to me to show support. And I look forward to updating you very soon.
Okay, so that's his defense. To be clear, it's not a fantastic defense. It's pretty mid. I mean, at least he's holding his ground. I hope he doesn't drop out. I hope he takes everybody down swinging, beat the 4 women. I want him to expose them, their identities, unmask them, Scooby-Doo style, expose their lies. Do not believe their lies. And I just want him to fight against this Me Too stuff. I want Dark Swalwell, Dark MAGA, Dark Swalwell. I want these hoes to be homeless, man. I think they're mostly lying. And again, Swalwell, all things like, take the political stuff out, he is a douche. This is like frat guy, like, oh, blow me in the car. Oh, what, you're not comfortable? That's all shitty. I get it. And he's an adulterer. He should be stuck. No, I'm just kidding. But still, okay, I want everybody involved to lose. But what I don't want is for Tom Steyer to be the fucking governor. So Republicans, let's get the top 2 candidates being GOP guys on the jungle primary, because that's how it works. The top 2 vote getters end up being on the ballot. So it could legit be a November California election with 2 Republicans against each other. But let's see if the Democrat, Brutus moment will actually take down Mr. Swalwell. I believe it will. Anyways, let me know what you thought of the video. Comment down below exactly what you think. If Swalwell is guilty or innocent, what do you think about it? Also, subscribe if you want more content like this, and like the video if you liked it. I'll see y'all on the next one. Adios.